Your cat is probably fine. That's what everyone says. Vets, forums, other cat owners. Oh, cats just do that. Mine does the same thing. It's totally normal. And for most behaviors, they're right. But there are 9 specific things, 9 behaviors that look completely unremarkable, that feline behaviorists now classify as stress signals. Not aggression. Not obvious illness. Stress. The kind that builds quietly, invisibly, until it becomes something much harder to fix. Which 9? Not answered yet. The most unsettling part isn't the behaviors themselves. It's why your cat is doing them and what they're actually trying to communicate to you across a language barrier you didn't know existed. Number 7, especially. Stay with me on that one. Cats didn't evolve to show weakness. In the wild, a cat that advertises pain or fear becomes prey, so millions of years of instinct have hardwired them to mask distress to look absolutely fine when they're not. This is what makes them so confusing to live with. A dog in pain whimpers. A cat in chronic stress just sits there, licking its paw, staring at the wall, looking to every observer, completely content. Dr. Sarah Ellis, a feline behavior specialist at International Cat Care, has spent over a decade documenting what she calls suppressed stress indicators, the quiet signals cats send when their environment, health, or relationship with their owner has crossed a threshold, in which she found rewrites almost everything the average cat owner believes about their pet. These aren't dramatic signs. They're the quiet ones, the ones you've already seen today, and dismissed. Behavior 1, excessive grooming of one specific spot. Watch where your cat grooms. Not how much, where. A cat that repeatedly licks the same patch of fur on its belly, its inner leg, or the base of its tail, isn't being fastidious. It's self-soothing. This is called psychogenic alopecia, and it appears in roughly 10% of cats seen for behavioral issues, according to a 2019 study from the Win Feline Foundation. The licking releases endorphins, small hits of relief that the cat returns to over and over, like picking a scab. Emotional beat, named cat a cat named Milo, a 4-year-old orange tabby, came in with a bald strip along his left hind leg. His owner had assumed it was a flea allergy. The vet had assumed the same. It wasn't. When his owner started working from home and disrupting Milo's established daily routine, he began grooming to cope. 2 small changes, restoring feeding times and adding a second vertical scratching post, resulted within 6 weeks. The fur grew back. The trigger had never been medical. And the next behavior is one that gets mistaken for affection almost universally. Behavior 2, slow blinking, but only at one person. You've probably heard that a slow blink from your cat means, I love you, and sometimes it does. But here's where it gets strange. Research from the University of Sussex, a 2020 study led by Dr. Karen McComb, confirmed that slow blinking signals relaxed positive emotion. But the same study found something that almost never gets reported. Cats slow blink significantly more in the presence of strangers than with their primary owners. Why? Because with strangers, the cat is actively trying to de-escalate tension. It's not expressing love. It's performing calm to reduce perceived threat. If your cat slow blinks constantly at you, but seems otherwise tense, hiding more, eating less, flinching at sudden movement, the blinking may be appeasement behavior, not contentment. They're trying to make the environment feel safer. That's a meaningful distinction. Behavior 3, sitting with their back to you. Every cat owner has seen this. You call your cat's name, they turn, look directly at you, and then deliberately rotate away. It reads as rudeness. It's almost certainly not. Turning the back is a trust signal under normal circumstances. Cats don't expose their spine to animals they fear. But chronic back turning in a cat that used to seek contact can signal social withdrawal, a key early marker of feline depression documented by the American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior. Maimed cat, emotional anchor shadow. A 7-year-old rescue had always been described as Olaf by her family. She sat with her back to people constantly. What her owners eventually discovered after a behavioral consult was that Shadow had been in low-grade chronic pain from undiagnosed arthritis in her hips for over a year. The withdrawal wasn't personality. It was pain management. Turning away reduced the chance of being touched in a way that hurt. Aloof isn't always a personality type. Sometimes it's a message. Behavior 4, increased vocalization at night. Night crying in cats gets blamed on hunger, boredom, or in older cats, cognitive dysfunction, and those explanations are often correct. But there's a fourth cause that almost never gets discussed: hyperesthesia, a poorly understood neurological condition where patches of a cat's skin become hypersensitive, almost painful to the touch. Cats experiencing hyperesthesia often vocalize at night, ripple the skin along their backs, and appear suddenly startled by nothing. Oregon State University's Veterinary Teaching Hospital has documented cases where owners lived with a noisy cat for years without ever connecting the vocalization to a physical cause. Treatment, when it's identified early, is manageable. When it's missed for years, it isn't. We're coming up to number 5, and this is the one where I want you to think about the last time you watched your cat eat. Behavior 5, eating too fast and then walking away fast eating, is usually dismissed as greediness, especially in multi-cat households. But a cat that inhales food and then leaves the bowl, not finishing, just eating frantically then stopping, may be displaying resource anxiety. This happens when a cat doesn't feel safe eating in its current location. Something in the environment, another animal, high foot traffic, the bowl being too close to the litter box, creates a threat response during feeding. The cat eats fast to minimize exposure and leaves before it feels cornered. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple: move the bowl. Change the location, elevate it, create visual cover. In study after study, environmental modification alone resolves resource anxiety feeding in over 70% of cases. Now forget location for a second, because behavior 6 isn't about where your cat eats, it's about what it does right before. Behavior 6, pawing or covering food before eating. If your cat paws at the floor around its food bowl or scrapes at the surface beneath it, you've probably laughed at it. It looks absurd. It's an instinct from wild cat ancestors who cached food in soil and leaf litter to return to later. But here's the signal worth watching. When a cat that used to eat eagerly starts caching behavior before almost every meal, it often indicates the food has changed in some way. The cat finds aversive, a new formula, a different protein source, temperature changes, and the caching is a displacement behavior. The cat is conflicted, hungry, but resistant. Luna, a 2-year-old tortoiseshell, started pawing at her bowl 3 times a day after her owner switched to a higher protein formula they thought she'd prefer. Luna ate less and less over 6 weeks. The owner had missed it because the caching had always seemed quirky. A food transition back to the previous formula resolved it in 4 days. Behavior 7, sitting inside boxes, bags, or enclosed spaces. Constantly delayed reveal, biggest open loop closes here. This is the one most people miss, and it's the one that matters most. Cats seek enclosed spaces. Everyone knows this. It's just a cat thing. The internet is built on it. So when your cat spends most of the day in a box, a bag, or tucked under the bed, you smile and move on. Here's what the research actually found. A landmark 2014 study published in Applied Animal Behavior Science gave hiding boxes to cats in a Dutch shelter. The cats with access to boxes showed dramatically lower cortisol levels, the primary stress hormone, than those without. They adapted to their environment faster, engaged more with humans, and showed fewer illness behaviors. Hiding boxes didn't make the cats happy. They revealed that the cats had been stressed all along. The box was treatment, not preference. So when your cat compulsively seeks enclosed spaces, it's not being cute. It's managing cortisol. It's self-medicating for an environment it finds overwhelming. The question isn't, why does my cat love boxes? The question is, what in this environment is stressful enough that it needs to hide from it every day? New sounds, new people, a change in schedule, another pet. Your stress. Because cats read human emotional states with unsettling accuracy, a capacity documented extensively by researchers at Nottingham Trent University. The box isn't the behavior. The box is the answer to a question your cat is asking, and you haven't heard yet. Behavior 8. Dilated pupils in a calm environment. Pupil dilation in low light is biology. Pupil dilation during play is arousal. Both are normal, both are expected. But a cat with consistently dilated pupils in a well-lit quiet room, pupils that stay large when there's no obvious stimulus, is showing a classic sign of sympathetic nervous system activation. The fight-or-flight system is running when it shouldn't be. Chronic low-level anxiety keeps the sympathetic system mildly activated. The pupils stay wide. The ears rotate slightly outward. The tail hangs lower than usual. Individually, each sign looks like nothing. Together, they're a cat that hasn't fully relaxed in days. Watch the pupils, not just when your cat is startled. Watch them when everything is normal. Normal is where the signal lives. Behavior 9, bringing you dead animals less than they used to. Yes, a decrease in prey gifting can be a stress signal. Stay with me. Cats that hunt and bring prey to their owners are demonstrating social bonding, environmental mastery, and behavioral confidence. When an outdoor or indoor-outdoor cat that previously brought gifts regularly stops and there's no change in access or season, it can indicate a drop in territory confidence.